caused my family sacrifice. My wife, she's a sweet little old woman, I tell you. She put up with all that. But I was pretty well taken care of them too, you know.
Yeah, you worked hard.
Working.
But boy, you've done something that very, very few people do with video, with film. And
most people not that crazy.
Well, either that or most people aren't pioneers enough. Maybe they're just not pioneers, Delbert. Yeah, I like to think of it as pioneers. A handful of people.
Yeah, you're right.
A handful of people dare to do what no one else will do, and that's what you did. And I think it inspires a lot of younger people to do the impossible.
Yeah,
I think it speaks a real message.
Just like your dad, that old boy, and he's elk hunting. I said, Jesus, Ray, I'm going to keep going. If you can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah. The guy would walk me to death when he was retired.
Yeah. Just a couple of years ago, wasn't it? He got an elk.
Oh yeah, it's been, I guess, 3 or 4 years ago, but he keeps getting them when no one else can. He can just. Every once in a while, he can just shoot that gun in the air, and it goes around the world and comes down and hits a bull. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's an inspiration for us guys that thinks we're old. Just take a look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. They built that little road out of little old sapling, red firs. Of course, that's all this was then, just little saplings. And they built that track. Had that set of old ore car wheels. Out of an old mine somewhere. I don't know where they got the wheels. And then they built a little cabin back in there in the firs. And they get up there and had a turn here. And they get down in the middle of that turn, and that's where she jumped the track.
And all they used that for was just a play on?
Huh?
Was that just a play on?
Oh yeah, it was
just a play on.
Yeah. Just a play, just a toy. Then it come down around and made this turn.
Okay.
They stayed just in above this road. But there's not a sign of nothing. There's the little old log cabin they built right out in there.
Huh.
There's not a sign of anything here.
All grown up since you were a kid, all these trees.
Yeah. My mom hadn't died so young. Could have got another at least 10 years on her, you know. And we could have finished out most of our lives and grown up in here.
I bet. It's a beautiful place.
I got no regrets in them hard days.
No?
I think there's a lot of this younger generation nowadays ought to go through a little of that.
Yeah.
Like you guys went through a lot of it, you know.
Well.
Pretty much the same, but
we had our hard times, challenges.
We come up here. That one spring's right in here. This is a big white fir thicket, and some big old growth trees. We found that snowdrift, little old pile of snow here, and so I think Aunt Geneva found it, my younger sister. We went back and told Edna about it, your mom, and she said, "Well, I'll mix up a mix for ice cream," and we had that old ice cream maker, you know, crank, and so we come up here and we started shoveling snow in there and packing. It wasn't a very big drift. We just kept packing snow, and pretty soon we run out of snow. And the ice cream was just starting to thicken up, just starting to freeze. So we had to drink it for a milkshake. But that was I imagine she's told you about that.
I don't remember that. I'm sure she did, but surely Nora remembers. Well, we better make it up through here.
Yeah, we can.
They want to go someplace else.
We'll go up on the way to get out of this.
Yeah.
It was going into Maxville. It was going somewhere after supplies or cut some wood or something. Anyway, they had the whole bobsled, the whole team hooked up to the big sled. And I was in the back, and they were up front in the seat. And I'd go along, reach out and grab the limbs as we go by, you know. I was having a big time. Pretty soon I hung on to one of them. It was too quick. Right out over there I went, my head right down in under the back sled runner. And it's pretty soft snow. Run right over my head.
Gosh.
They kept going. They looked around. I hollered at them. They just went a little ways. They run right over my old head.
Oh, my gosh.
Boy, I never hung on to them that hard anymore. Yeah.
This is the old road he was looking for. It's pretty hard to see here with light and shadow, but he's walking on it. This was the old road they could come out on and come down if they chose to do so. All the snow slid off the roof on you? No, I don't know.
They were shoveling snow off the upper barn. Then it was about 3 or 4 feet. It was really stacked up. And all 3 of the boys was up there. They had snow shovels and kicking snow down, big chunks of it. Side off. I come up over the edge of that. Come up, get over, got on the edge just as a big old chunk was a-coming. I let out a yell just as that old snow took me over. Just buried me, just packed me in there. And I remember hollering, "Hey, get me out of here." And boy, them guys was down there shoveling. Didn't take them long to get me out of there. Oh, boy. Just cut the tip of her off, just down to the bone.
With an axe?
Yeah.
Chopping wood? How did that?
No, we was fooling around with the old man's sharp axe, you know. He left it in the chopping block. And she was picking it up and chopping. And I was raking shavings and stuff off of there. Stuck my hand in there at the wrong time, just took the tip of that finger right off.
Oh, man.
But it grew back over the bone, and no problem.
Good.
Regular old timer, yeah.
What kind of candy bar?
What's that?
What kind of candy bar?
Jig lunch.
Jig lunch?
Yeah, jig lunch.
What was in it?
Well, it was kind of a nutty bar, something like a Babe Ruth, something like that.
Oh.
But you could get them for a nickel.
Nickel candy bar.
And we could split that. I'm Geneva. We hardly ever get 2 nickels at once.